Good morning, everyone, whoever you are. The reason why I greeted you good morning because in your end, it's good morning. In my end, I live in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. It is 9:26 in the evening, which is February 1st. Now, 2022 is gone. We are now on 2023. January just gone. Today is a starting of the month, which is February. Advance Happy Valentine. Now, this is on the record. I just finished having a conference with different people asking gold, and they are asking gold C.I.F. Don't you know the meaning of C.I.F? Cost, insurance, and freight. Those buyer asking C.I.F, you don't have the cash. You can only afford to pay the logistic. That is normal. You have to pay the logistic, insurance on the total sale value. But how about paying the gold? You're buying world asset. You're not buying banana here. You are buying the world asset that's the most high demand in the world. Gold has many uses. Gold can refine it into 99.99, which is gold bullion. Gold can be refined into necklace, earrings, watches, false teeth, etc. So, Mr. Buyer, you came to me few hours ago and I rejected you because you asked me to bring the gold to your country. No upfront. There is no upfront. You have to pay the products before the product leaves the country of origin. So therefore, Mr. Buyer, if you're asking me to send the gold to you, to me, you're not a buyer. Maybe you are syndicate. Maybe you're a criminal. Maybe you're syndicate. The syndicate person is very professional, full of bullshit, excuse my language. The reason why I see this is on the record because I know that Africa has been tarnished by foreigners. I am a foreigner. I am not African, I am Australian. So the owner of the gold hired Wilhelmina to market it in order to correct the stupidity of the seller and the stupidity of the buyer. Why I call this stupidity? Because most of you only think for short term. You think about profit, how much I get the profit in the short term. You will only get the profit when you increase your order. Now let us talk about this buyer that I have been rejected today. I rejected 7 fake buyers. I called them fake. Why? They knows that they found Wilhelmina on my YouTube channel. They knew that they go to my Facebook. Still, they don't understand. When you come for conference with Wilhelmina on WhatsApp or on Messenger, immediately I'm going to ask you, how did you found my contact? You're gonna say, I found you on Google's, I found you on YouTube, I found you on Facebook. My question is, did you read? Because the full corporate offer is available online. Now, the full corporate offer, I put everything, I explain thoroughly, just like an elementary, how you are able to get the gold. Now, you're asking, what is the purity? You did not listen. You did not read. You come to Wilhelmina, you ask, what is the purity? And what is the carat? So before you come to Wilhelmina, I'm sure you are prepared because I'm going to ask you a question. How did you get my number? Or you told me that I watched your video on YouTube. Therefore, you understand what you're watching then. Therefore, you understand what the procedure is all about. On every video, even this video, the full corporate offer is on this video. It says show more. You click that. You read it. Read from paragraph to paragraph. I explain it. I put everything. What necessary requirements you're going to get and what requirement you are going to provide us, especially to this lady, because I'm going to evaluate you whether you are a buyer or not. I rejected 7. 7 potential buy. To me, they are not potential at all. Why? They are asking me to deliver the gold to Malta. We don't know the country and we don't know the person. I asked the person, open your camera. He did. To me, he just like a criminal. He's just like a swindler. He's just like a syndicate. He's a big man, full of tattoo, very scary. All right, and he asked me to deliver in Malta, and I told him, "You come to Wilhelmina, therefore you understand. Did you listen to the video?" And he said, "Yes." "And why you cannot comprehend? Did you read the full corporate offer?" And he said, "Not really. Go back and read." Because when you come to this lady, my question is very simple. How did you know my number? Yeah, Madam, I saw you on YouTube, okay? When you saw me on YouTube, did you really listen from the beginning to the end, like this video? Did you really click? It shows show more. Did you really click and read the full corporate offer? The full corporate offer, it says the carats, the purity, where the gold coming from, Mali, Conakry, Sierra Leone. The mode of payment is F.O.B. It says on this video as well. And what requirement you are going to comply, what necessary requirement you convince us. The requirement is like this: you have to send me an L.O.I, letter of intent to purchase, coming from you. You have to show us your business registration. You have to show us your importation license. You have to show us your passport copy. You have to show us your financial capacity that you are able to pay. Why? We would like to know whether you're a buyer or not, because we have to do the due diligence. Especially this lady in front of you will do the due diligence about you before we are going to respond to your inquiry. Now, when you send me an L.O.I, this is how you're gonna send it. Dear Wilhelmina, I watched your YouTube and I went through your Facebook. I did read the full corporate offer. I want 100 kilos or 20 kilos or whatever. I am from Malta. I am from Dubai. I am from Germany. I am from Norway. I am from Singapore. I'm from United Kingdom, or I'm from Australia, something like that. On your letter of intent, you're gonna say, Wilhelmina, I am the buyer. Then you have to tell me what quantity you need. Wilhelmina, I want 20 kilos. Right, okay. So when I review that, I will respond to you. I will call you because I'm gonna ask more question before we gonna send you a confirmation. The head office will send you a formal confirmation on the company letterhead of the seller. We will send you the mining license of the seller and the company background of the seller. Right, because I'm going to advise the seller that this buyer has been validated. Let us proceed. Right, you will know which seller I'm going to place you, either in Mali, either in Sierra Leone, either in Conakry. So I'll be the one to put you if I'm satisfied. You're gonna say, Madam, I want to buy gold in Mali. Yeah, no issue for that. Okay, so then when I receive your business registration, a copy that you are really a buyer, an importation license, because I want to know, and the proof upon your bank statement, then I will say, okay, you will receive the letter of confirmation of your order of 100 kilos or 50 kilos from Mali or in Conakry. Because I handle Mali, Conakry, and Sierra Leone. My seller, he produced gold. He owned the Mali. He produced gold. Mali, it used to be Mali is the third largest gold producer. Today, I read the articles of Bamako, Mali. They are now second largest gold producer in West Africa. Right. Mali is a progressive country. Conakry is a fourth largest gold producer of diamond. A bauxite, they're number one. Gold, they are producing gold. Conakry is not saturated. The three countries, they are huge deposit of gold and diamond. So the company hired Wilhelmina to market it because the seller sick and tired dealing with fake buyers. Now, Mr. Buyer, don't be offended with Wilhelmina because I'm going to correct your crookedness. I'm going to correct your greediness. A minute you say, bring the gold to my country, bring gold to Dubai. I've been to Dubai. I know the trick of buyers in Dubai. I know. There is no way you can get the gold in Dubai. Most gold in Dubai are smuggled. We don't smuggle the gold. Because my seller was telling me, we don't smuggle the gold, Mrs. Ford, because we cannot afford to lose our export license. And we cannot afford to lose our mining license. If the government found out that we smuggle the gold and we don't declare it properly, our license will be revoked. Most of the seller in Mali, Conakry, Sierra Leone, they sell you undervalued. They are not the owner of the gold. Some gold have been stolen. Mhm. So if you've been offered undervalue, wait for disaster. Now there was a buyer, and a small buyer, he or she's always in Dubai, right? One African lady from Ghana and one from Nigeria. They're excited. They went to Dubai and they were being stranded in Dubai. And also one American is stranded. And even Filipinos, also one is stranded in Dubai. And also Australian. Mhm. Not only American or African been stranded. Most of the buyers has been stranded. Why? They think that they can make money in Dubai. You can make money in Dubai when you have a capital and then you resell it to your own customer, because the buyer in Dubai are jeweler manufacturer. The buyer in Dubai are refinery. So you are a gold trader thinking, oh, you bring gold to Dubai or Malta or Singapore will pay you after final assay. It wouldn't work. The gold and diamond has to be inspected first before you pay. The gold has to be assay first so that you will be given an assay report, the quality and the fineness of the gold. Right? You are buying unrefined, not refined. The refined means it is already refined, that there is a hallmark called 99.99. Now today the price of gold is 1,927.64 per ounce. You multiply that 32.15, I'll give you an assignment. 2 days ago, the price of gold was 1,934.50. 2 days ago. So today, the gold is down. Now today, I'm going to look at the price of gold. We are now on February 1st, right? Just bear with me. I'll go to the world market. Okay. Okay, now, few minutes ago, the price of gold was 1,927. Today, 1,929.28 in dollar term, 62,027.75. So don't bank on it because the gold, it fluctuates. Now you're gonna say, well, Amina, what is the price? Our selling price is LBMA. If you don't know what is the meaning of LBMA, I want you to do the research. Then you will see what is the meaning of LBMA. Our selling price on 22 carats, which is 8%, is $56,000, 790. You're gonna say, oh, too expensive. Well, you're buying expensive item. So our selling price, LBMA less 8%. Now, you're gonna say, well, Amina, too expensive. Well, you're in business. You're buying the world asset. When you resell it, you make a handsome profit. But when you prove to Wilhelmina that you are really serious buyer instead of 8%, I will see how we are going to give you in a leeway, or we are flexible. Now, Mr. Baya, I know you're scared to travel. I can understand that. Why? Maybe in the past, you have a bad experience. Maybe in the past, you were being offered undervalue. Maybe in the past, you were dealing with so many fake offer. There's so many fake offer like 32, 42, 45, 47. That is how to tease you. Be honest, Mr. Buyer. That offer, there is no way you can get it. Why? A minute you arrive on that particular country, there is a hidden cost. The seller would not tell you what necessary requirement you're gonna take and what is the tax that you are going to pay and how much is the logistic cost you are going to pay to the shipping agent and how much is the insurance. Now everything now is in front of you. Do not come to Wilhelmina unless you read it. When you come to Wilhelmina to have a conference with me, meaning to say you are a serious buyer. Now another broker, he knows me for 7 years. He said to me, and he has a buyer, and the buyer sent an LOI to him asking C.I.F. Immediately, I rejected that broker. And he said to me, I cannot give you the LOI because the buyer might go behind my back. I said, well, that is normal. You are working for the buyer. You have to help your buyer because if you come to Wilhelmina without proper validation, believe me, you are all rejected. You know, my seller was saying to me, thank God that we hired you, Wilhelmina. Of course, I'm in business. But even though I'm in business, I guide you properly so that you will not be stranded, so that you will not be encounter disaster. I always say disaster, just like when you drive a car in the main road and you're driving winding road because you're drunk, then you met an accident. Here in this gold business, exactly the same. If you understand my language and if you pick up my logic, believe me, you will not fail again. 2019, my transaction is successful. 2021, 22, right? 2020 were locked down because of COVID. 21, 22, transaction successful. I do charge my services, Mr. Baya. Remember, when I travel with you, it's not for free. I've given you free information already on this platform. You're lucky that you meet Wilhelmina. But when you search gold on YouTube, make sure you pay attention. Make sure you read the full corporate offer. And when you go on my Facebook, make sure you understand. Do not come to Wilhelmina that you are a buyer, send me the gold or send me the diamond. The diamond and the gold is on my platform on Facebook. My Facebook is just like an online store. You read the message on every picture and the video. Take time. Don't come to Wilhelmina that you are excited because I'm not going to be excited unless you convince Wilhelmina that you are a buyer. Then you're gonna say, Wilhelmina, I want to buy gold in Sierra Leone. Okay. Again, you have to follow the golden rules of the country. The full corporate offer is there. You select Conakry, Mali, and Sierra Leone. You select. The taxes in Mali is 7%. The tax in Conakry is 6.5%. The tax in Sierra Leone 6.5%. Why? That is the income of the country. Right? The seller has to declare that he's going to export to you so that the government can give the seller a certificate of clearance that his gold is free of illegal activities. There are so many requirements that you're gonna need when the gold will leave the country of origin. It is on here. It is on this video. Do not come to Wilhelmina unless you are prepared. Do not. because I'm telling you, if you cannot give me the answer, automatically you will be rejected. On diamond, there is a video, select, listen to the video, what's the video, what carat you are looking for on diamond, how many stone. The diamond is on my platform. We will give you the price when you are a buyer, when you convince Wilhelmina. Now let's talk about gold. Excuse me. Let's talk about gold. Gold cannot leave the country of origin. And you're gonna say, Wilhelmina, I'm going to buy gold, but no upfront. There is no upfront. You have to pay the gold. No way you can take the gold out of the country. There is no upfront. The problem is with you, your mentality, thinking you can get the gold for free. Gold is not for free. You're buying money to make money. So therefore, there is no free in this world. You have to have a capital. If you don't have a capital, asking is BLC, asking LC, asking C.I.F to me, you are a smuggler. You are trying to smuggle it. You are trying to launder. If you don't know the meaning of laundering, you go online, what is the meaning of laundering, then you understand. You could never get the gold out of the country or diamond without paperwork. Then you're gonna say, bring it to Germany, bring it to Dubai, bring it to the United Kingdom. You don't know the tax in United Kingdom is 20%. Right? That is normal. Importation tax is 20%. That is the reason why most of the buyer from England, they go to Dubai, because Dubai, the importation tax is very small. Right? Most of the buyer from Europe, they open a company in Dubai. I know there is 3 or 4 European or a foreigner, they open a company in Dubai. You know how much to open a company in Dubai? It costs you $26,000. There's so many scrutiny. You have to get the Dubai residence. You have to open a bank account, and the bank will also scrutinize you. Wilhelmina is also scrutinizing you, whether you can afford to pay or not. Right? There's a buyer there, open a company, they could hardly get the gold because he's looking for cheap price. Gold is not cheap. We can only give you a flexible price when you convince Wilhelmina. Because when I travel with you, yes, I do charge my extra service. Instead of 8%, I might consider to give you 10 to 11%. Might, but don't bank on it because you have not convinced Wilhelmina. You walk into my real seller, you go to their office, they will tell you 8%, which is $56,000 today. So if I'm or you, Mr. Buyer, you're watching me, go on the world market. All right. Whatever the price on the world market, just bear with me. I'm going to go again. Because the price of gold just like a wave. Now, the price of gold today, 27.1. This is on the world market price. Now, because this one is refined already, we give you less 8%, which is unrefined. Now, when you convince Wilhelmina, I really need the supply because my business would not function without the supply, which is correct. Your business would not function with no supply. There's a saying, supply and demand determine the price. Now, instead of 8%, right, the price of gold today is 62, right? Our selling price is 56,790, which is 8% based on the world market. So don't worry, don't panic. I am here to assist you. Because I'm charging you to a company to take you to the office of my seller, I will ask my seller, let us give this buyer. I'm the one who will advise the head office. Okay, I validated this buyer. Let us give the buyer 10 to 11% or even 13%. Only if you secure 50 kilos. If 10 kilos, I can give you 10% or 11%. I'm very kind and generous. I'm with you, Mr. Buyer. My role is not easy. Not like the broker that they cut and paste, they hide their face. Okay? I am not hiding my face because I do believe that my seller is real. I do believe that my seller has been in gold business for 20 years. And I do believe that when you secure, you're going to be substantially happy. And I do believe when you resell it to your own end customer, and I do believe you're going to sell it 2%. That is your business. Our business, we are here to do business with you. In the long term, we give you a discount. You resell it, it's none of our business. It is your business. You buy from us, 8%. As I've said to you, if you convince Wilhelmina, you buy 10 kilos, I might consider to give you 10 to 11%. Why? Because I'm charging you my extra service to accompany you. Now, I'm throwing back 4 to 5% back to you because I do charge to accompany you, to cover my airline, my hotel accommodation, etc., etc. You're gonna see, Wilhelmina, how much I charge you. How much you charge me? $20,000 to charge you, including everything non-refundable. That's not upfront. That is normal when you go to the lawyer's office. When you walk in, when you get out from the office, you pay the consultation fee. Today, I went to the doctor, right? I just give you an example. Australia is no longer bulk billing, right? I went to the doctor. I got my result for my urine test. They asked me to pay. Yeah, but I have a rebate. Yeah, they charge me. Where after the doctor's checkup, I pay the counter with my card, Visa card, debit card. And then at the end, at the instant, I got my rebate. Because used to be, we are bulk billing. Today, because of inflation, the government cut the bulk billing, but the government give me the rebate. Buying gold exactly the same. There is no difference. So your mentality, you're gonna say, I'm gonna buy gold, no upfront. To me, you're crook. You're crook. Why I said it crook? Where on earth that no one is giving you for nothing? You want to ask to bring the gold to you, and what happened? If the seller will bring gold to you, you never know, you might hire the killer. 4 years ago, a seller from Conakry, Mr. CDB, was poisoned in Dubai. Yeah, there's so many criminals as well in Dubai. Dubai is the best country. But most of the smuggler, they use Dubai because Dubai is very, I told this, Dubai, the importation tax is less. And there's so many buyers as well as crying for gold. So most of the foreigners, they go to Dubai pretending to find a buyer. I know because I've been to Dubai several times. I know the trick of the buyer. When I interview them, they are not a buyer. They're just a joker broker. I call them joker. They come to my hotel. They say they are a buyer. I even paid their lunch. And when I listen to them, he is not a buyer. At the end of the day, he said, I have the buyer. Can you imagine that? The difference that he is a buyer when he called me, that he want to meet me. He is a buyer. Okay, come be my guest. At middle of my conversation, he said he has a buyer. To me, he's not a buyer. Don't lie. Just tell me, Wilhelmina, I'm here to meet you. Yeah. When I was in Dubai, Wilhelmina, I have the buyer. Immediately, this buyer is a foolish. I'm calling you because I am a person that I don't buy bullshit. Excuse my language. I have to be honest. I have to be brutal because there's so many buyers also lost money and there's also seller lost gold. Both. Why? Why buyer lost money? When buyer offered a cheap price, immediately the buyer jumped immediately, not knowing the buyer is naive. At the end of the day, you lost money. There's a lot of buyers come to Wilhelmina. Even myself, I was even screwed in Ghana. That was my bad experience. I learned that. That's why I'm sharing with you guys that when the seller invited me to come to the office to hire me, and I told my seller, you know what? Both buyers and sellers are trying to deceive each other. From now on, you want Wilhelmina to service you. You want Wilhelmina to handle your marketing. Do not deceive the buyer. Do the proper way. Give the buyer a full export documentation. If the buyer ship the gold, use brings. In Conakry, yes, they have brings. In Mali, they have a logistic different, big company logistic. But I want you to do the research. Don't depend on Wilhelmina because I'm not working for logistic. Now, on my Facebook, I put the logistic because I want to help you guys. I want to help the buyer. The brokers, online broker doesn't help you. They only think about how much is their commission. Right? You will never get the commission, Mr. Broker Joker, if the buyer cannot understand. If the buyer is not really transparent. That is the reason why 2023, I don't want to handle any buyer with a chain of middlemen. I prepare to deal with the buyer. That buyer is straightforward. 2022, my transaction successful. I traveled in Africa 2022 four times. 4 times or 5 times. I traveled to Conakry, I traveled to Mali, I traveled to Sierra Leone. You will only get the gold to us when you really, if you are a buyer, when you convince Wilhelmina, Mr. Buyer, I would not stay longer. This is on the record. I rejected lots of buyer today. They didn't meet the criteria because I told them before you came for conference, did you really read and listen to the video? And he said, not really. Go back and read. Now, this video again. Whoever watched this video, do not come to Wilhelmina unless you listen to this video from the beginning to the end, and then subscribe on my YouTube and on Facebook. Click below. It says, show more. I want you to read. Take time. Then you come to Wilhelmina. Then you are ready. My question to you, when you come, 4 things. How did you get my number? Who you are? Do not say hello. And please identify my name. I'm not sir. If you come on WhatsApp, some of the joker broker, they call me sir. Do I look like sir? So you need to see there, Mrs. Ford. I watch your video. I'm very impressed. And you're very strict and you're brutal. I like you, the way you talk. And I am the buyer, Mrs. Ford. Then you send me a letter of intent to purchase coming from you. Not cut and paste. On your company letterhead, your name, address, your destination, your shipping agent to accept the gold, to clear that into your country of arrival. Which refinery? Who is going to receive it? Are you going to receive it or your refinery? Who is your consignee? Consignee means the refinery. Who is your logistic to clear that in your custom of arrival? You need to put that everything because I'm very, very fussy because there's so many bad experience in the past. And now I'm trying to correct all the mistake from the buyer to the seller. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good morning to you and good evening to me. Advance happy Valentine's 2023. Now, act now. Don't panic if the prices goes up. Wilhelmina will give you a very good discount. But as I've said to you, you have an option. Wilhelmina will travel to you. Wilhelmina will accompany you. Wilhelmina will charge her extra service of $20,000, non-refundable. It's not upfront, non-refundable. It covers my airline ticket, etc., etc. However, I will throw back the 4 or 5% instead of 8%. Which one you like? 8% or 11, 12, 13%. Don't bank on it. I'm just giving you an enlightenment. I'm just giving you a suggestion. But when you convince Wilhelmina, yes, it would be confirmed. And my seller say, Wilhelmina, Thank you that you validated the buyer. Yes, we can give the buyer a certain discount which you offer to the buyer, something like that. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good morning to you and good evening. Happy Valentine's in advance.